1 2 1 2. Blah 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 blah. Okay, mic seems to work. Go ahead and turn that floor fan off. Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? My name is Celestia Lambert, your ever-loving nerd, and today we are going to be hopping right back into Dragon Age Origins. So, let's go ahead and hop in. And pick up right where we left off. If I recall correctly, we had just gotten to Lothering. Or no, not Lothering. I'm sorry, Redcliffe. We had just gotten to Redcliffe after helping out the Circle of Mages. And recruiting Wynne. But yeah. Okay. So yeah. Let's go ahead and pick up right where we left off. That's right, we were in Redcliffe's Chantry. So yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got myself, Wynne, Beliana, and Alistair with us.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
But I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
I guess so.
Poor kid.
Here I am.
Of course.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died.
Poor girl. Anyway, let's see what she
Sorry.
wants.
Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
You aren't bothering me at all.
I shouldn't be such a crybaby. With Mother gone now, I have to be brave. I can't help myself. I'm so frightened. Those things dragged my...
How terrible.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is.
I'll look
You
for him.
will.
These people don't deserve what has happened to them. We must get to the bottom of this.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And
and their numbers just keep growing each night.
Well, sure, they take the dead and they, you know...
I don't want to think about that.
I guess this might be the last night after all. The king isn't coming. Nobody is.
So what can we do? Leave? Try to get out of the village?
And abandon everyone? No, we fight.
We've no other choice.
You're damn right you fight. Now, let's go and help.
coming back from the castle,
Let's go and help the kid and Oh, listen, you're right. Yep.
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am. All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
Sister's looking for you.
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
Go on back to your sister, kid. She's worried sick.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, I am so sorry about that, everyone.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly make his...
Nah, and go ahead and get that quest, that little side quest done real quick. Alright, now there's the guy I have to talk to. Hey, Murdoch.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
I'm a mage too, if that makes any difference.
Well, no, that's just great. As if we weren't nervous enough as it was. Now we've got magic too. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We'll defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
How's morale looking? Let's check up on that first.
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
Anything I can do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwyn in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about him.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out. Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
Alright. I'll talk to him then.
Don't drink with him. That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck, our success hinges on the most foolish drunk of a smith ever to grace the Maker's lands.
Alright. Now, I think I also need to talk to Sir Perth. Father Perth, Owen the blacksmith, as well as Dwyn, a dwarven veteran. Which, call. His house is going to be up over this way. Let's go and talk to him first. Okay, so if I were a rogue, then I'd be able to try and pick the lock. But since I'm not a rogue, I'm a mage. Oh boy.
I'll do it.
Apparently you can't use Liliana to break the door, to break the lock. Because if I try, then that happens. So the only way to get in is to either have your warden be a rogue, or break down door. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to break down door. Unfortunately.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
You're talking to a mage, dude. Care to rephrase that?
You know what? In the interest of keeping my face from bursting into flame, I think I will.
Good man.
My name's Dwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here. So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Either die out there, or here and now.
So, that's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go, if you want me out there so badly.
Good man.
Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this because of you. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
Well, had to intimidate him a little bit, but we got through to him. Nothing in here to loot. That sucks. Yeah, no, nothing in here to loot. Oh well. Alright, so Dwyn's been recruited.
It is sometimes so hard to believe that you have been through so much at such a young age.
I think I look younger than I am.
Yes, yes, that is possible. When I was your age, I was just about ready to take on my first apprentice. In hindsight, perhaps I should have waited a few more years.
Ah, here's Owen's home.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
I haven't taken anything.
Hey? You're not Murdoch. Who are you, and what are you doing at my door?
I'd rather not speak through a door. Think I can come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Wasn't planning to. Just planning to have a nice little chat. That's all.
Maker's breath. What is that smell?
It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is Celestia, a Grey Warden helping out Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny you didn't sound like an elf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
The militia desperately needs your help, Owen.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? Hmm? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Or you could help work to save her.
I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
I intend to try.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
What if she's dead, though?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
Fair enough.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done,
I'm pretty sure he has a store.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however. Right.
Yeah, I figured he had a store. He really doesn't have much. Oh well.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Huh.
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
I didn't even know about this. New to me? Couldn't the militia use it, though?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Huh! I didn't even know about this little hidden stash here. Well, that's cool. Huh. You know, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out
Blood and
Liliana
damnation.
Yes.
for Zevran. Because why not? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch out Liliana for Zevran.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
So why did you want to leave the Crows exactly?
Well now, I imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin after all is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
So, what, you're simply bored?
I don't know that I would put it precisely that way. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The Crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
Yeah. That's awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The Crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a Crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
I think I understand.
As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
Well, for now, I'm happy to have you.
And here I am, happy to be had. Isn't it wonderful how things work out that way? Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the Crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so. What say you? By all means.
Do you actually enjoy being an assassin?
And why not? There are many things to enjoy about being a Crow in Antiva. You are respected, you are feared. The authorities go out of their way to overlook your trespasses. Even the rewards are nothing to turn your nose up at. As for the killing part, well, some people simply need assassinating. Or do you disagree?
So, you've never killed an innocent?
Now there's an interesting word, innocent. How many men do you know who can claim to be truly innocent? But if you're talking generalities, such as children and relatives and bystanders and such, never on purpose. But it happens. It's unfortunate, but death comes to us all.
Fair point.
If not me, then some wasting disease, or a fall down the stairs, or at the hands of a darkspawn. It's all relative in the end.
I suppose that's true.
Death happens, as we like to say. And when I get paid for it, death happens more often. As far as enjoying the act of killing itself, why not? There is a certain artistry to the deed. The pleasure of sinking your blade into their flesh and knowing that their life is in your hands.
I am known to enjoy a spot of violence.
You enjoy getting the blood flowing, whether it is yours or others? Yes, I know the type. There are many things I did not enjoy about being a Crow, of course. Having no choice, being treated as an expendable commodity, the rules. Oh, so many rules. But simply being an assassin, I like it just fine. I will continue to do it if I can, even if I am not a Crow. Honestly, could you picture me doing something else?
I mean, why not? Actually, no, I suppose not.
Somehow that sounds less complimentary than I had anticipated. Of course, all these thoughts are moot. Chances are still good that you and I will perish, eaten by darkspawn or slain by the Crows at some point. Very gruesomely, I imagine. But it is pleasant enough to chat about. Come, let's move on while our boots still have some wear in them. What say you? By all means.
So tell me about your adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
I mean, you certainly talk like you've had adventures.
Falling down a flight of stairs is an adventure. Falling into someone's bed, also an adventure. I am assuming what you're looking for are professional anecdotes. Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
Wait a minute. The Crows were willing enough to anger the Circle of Magi?
In Antiva, nobody is too important to escape the reach of the Crows. They've killed kings and queens. That is simply how it is. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
Oh, I really hope we get to visit Antiva in the upcoming 4th Dragon Age game. Kinda hoping we get to visit Tevinter as well. But I'm really hoping we get to visit Antiva. And Orlais at some point. I don't think we've ever been to Orlais. No, I don't think we've been to Orlais yet. I don't know. Anyway, that's for later. So what, she didn't try to kill you?
Well, yes, twice, actually. Then she decided to try and use me instead. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck.
Yeah.
Shame, really, but
Yikes.
at least it happened quickly.
Fair enough. So you didn't actually kill her?
Not actually, no. I was a bit unimpressed by the development at first. Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The Circle of Magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
Fair enough. These sort of things happen to you often, then?
Like being spared by a benevolent Mark who then helps me escape from the Crows? Yes, it does seem to happen now and again, doesn't it? It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
Wise lesson to learn, my friend.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days. What say you? By all means.
Actually, these kinds of conversations can be saved for later now that I think about it. Woohoo! Nice and high. Nice and high with Lynn and with Alistair. Nice. Alright, so Okay, so still gotta talk to Sir Perth. Okay. So that's where I gotta start. Which, if I recall, Sir Perth is gonna be up over this way.
You must know that murder is wrong, I assume. That is why you wish to leave your crows. A crisis of conscience.
Yes, that is exactly it.
Joke if you wish, but I have the feeling that deep down you regret the life you have lived.
It's true. I regret it all.
Must you be such a child? Are you incapable of a single serious conversation?
I know. I'm terrible and it makes me sad. May I rest my head in your bosom? I wish to cry.
You can cry well away from my bosom, I'm certain.
Did I tell you I was an orphan? I never knew my mother.
Egad, I give up.
Oh, I'm glad I switched Liliana out for Zephyr. Oh, that was gold. That was comedy gold right there. Love it. Alright, let's talk to Sir Perth up here.
Greetings, Grey Warden.
Whew.
I am as relieved as Van Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
Call me Grey Warden, for that's what I am.
Grey Warden it is then, and thank you kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
You mentioned something about an urn?
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden.
I'm really
The
hoping we
urn's
get
never
to
been heard of
explore
since.
Tevinter at some point.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what exactly is Arlene stuck with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Sorry about that. Needed a quick little drink. I've got water with me. So, what, the knights just up and left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, or were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
So, why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
So, what, can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Let's talk about something else, then.
As you wish.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Right.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Woohoo! That was close.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant with... the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Is there a reason I shouldn't help?
Many elves claim we wouldn't do the same in return. I would like to think that is not true, but I cannot speak for all. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry.
which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Sir Perth needs some holy protection for the knights.
I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you mean?
Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
But if they think it helps them...
I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of Silvercast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same. What is it you need, child?
I just want your blessing for tonight.
You would? That is, I mean, of course. I'd be happy to. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
I don't know what Zevran was doing there with his hands, but whatever it was funny. Anyway, let's go and tell Sir Perth the good news. And then once that's done, I'll go and talk to Murdoch. Perth is up this way.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
You said you wanted holy protection?
Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
She said she has some holy amulets. Would these do?
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
You think it would actually help?
Of course I do. These are Maker's symbols. What better protection could we ask for? I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last.
Is there anything else?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
Understood.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Maker watch over you.
Well, let's go and talk to Murdoch. gotta talk to Murdoch.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantigan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
We're not only ready, Murdoch. We're gonna win.
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
How's morale looking?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
Just need to check on one more thing. Be right back.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Actually, no, I'm pretty much ready to fight.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it.
Alright, I'm ready.
Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
No, I'm
Then
ready.
good luck to you. You'll need it.
Keep the gum.
They're coming! Get to your positions! Make
unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to do that whole first part again. Oh well. Not really losing much progress at all.
It's time, men. Know that we fight for the Maker and our arms.
Sorry about that.
lives, and we survived the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, dear lady. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
I was happy to help defend.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to
Murdoch of Redcliffe.
you and so many others who have perished here. Walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
So let it be.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. Now, we've no time to waste.
Probably gonna be playing for about another half hour or so, give or take. Probably stop at about 3:45. Yeah, I think 3:45 will be a good place to stop, or good time to stop. Excuse me.
Isn't it beautiful? Standing here, you wouldn't know of the trouble down in the village.
No, you really wouldn't. Anyway, what's up, Tegan?
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
And you didn't mention this before. Why?
I knew you would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village. And we needed warriors. I'm sorry if I... Maker's breath.
Tigan. Thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde. You're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
This could be an ambush. Actually, we'll need more of an explanation than just that, Lady Isolde.
What? Who is this woman, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair. Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... Considering the circumstances...
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
Why do I get the distinct impression you aren't telling us everything?
I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation.
Impertinent for an elf, you mean?
No, I did not mean... That is to say, please, stop this. An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and the husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me?
But I do not understand what you mean by this evil. Did it create the walking corpses? What is it?
Something the mage unleashed. So far, it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tigan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
This evil. It wouldn't happen to be some kind of demon, would it?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tigan. Please.
So why does he have to go alone?
For Connor's sake. Tigan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake.
Enough questions. We have to decide what to do.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tigan. Bless you.
What good will that do, though?
I'm not certain, to be honest. I cannot let Isolde return alone. Perhaps I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private.
Please do not.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
So what exactly am I supposed to do in there?
I wish I knew. I don't know any more about... Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open... I don't think there's anyone else. Here is my signet. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
No, you're not.
You're a good woman. But I can delay...
Okie dokie.
Well, all right.
Ah, there's the hidden entrance. Boop.
I locked myself in a cage once when I was a child. For an entire day. Ah, good times.
Okay. That's weird.
Wow, what's all this?
Hello? Is there someone out there? Who is it? By all that's holy, you!
Jowen!
I can't believe it!
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Maker's breath, how did you get here? I never thought I'd see you again, of all people.
Never expected to see you again.
You didn't, did you? Of course, you might want to kill me now, considering what I did.
Done. You mean aside from betraying everything we were taught?
You don't know? I'm the one who poisoned Arl Eamon. For all I know, he's already dead.
just one more crime you've committed then.
Please, I know how it seems. Poisoning the Arl was a terrible thing. But I'm not behind everything else happening here, I swear! Before I say anything else, I need to ask you a question. You can do whatever you feel you need to afterward, but I need to know. What became of Lily? They didn't hurt her, did they? The thought that she might have paid for my crime.
You don't deserve to know what happened to her.
I suppose I can't blame you for that. I hope that wherever she is, she doesn't hate me for what I've done. So, here we are again, the two of us. What happens now?
You're responsible for what's happened?
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So, they left me to rot.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't just kill you.
I'm not sure. I think they intended to come back for me. But the screams, they just got worse. And nobody came.
Why'd you poison him?
I was instructed to by Teyrn Loghain. I was told that Arl Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. All I wanted was to be able to return. But he abandoned me here, didn't he? Everything's fallen apart. I never thought it would end like this. Maker, I've made so many mistakes. I've disappointed so many people. I wish I could go back and fix it. I just want to make everything right again.
Why listen to Loghain of all people?
Why wouldn't I? I was desperate, and this is Teyrn Loghain we're talking about for Andraste's sake. Why wouldn't I believe him?
I almost feel sorry for
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel so much better. At least let me explain what I was doing here. Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
How much did you teach him?
Some, but he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. I have thought about it, and it's possible Connor could have inadvertently done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
Why would Isolde be frightened of her own son becoming a mage?
Because he would be taken away forever. A mage cannot inherit a title, even the son of a powerful Arl. She's also a pious woman. Her son having magic was humiliating.
And Arl Eamon had no idea of his son's abilities.
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her. The Arl's a decent man. I wondered how he could possibly be the threat Loghain said he was, but I did it anyway. I'm such a fool.
Yes, you are.
I'm just sick of running away and hiding from what I've done. I'm going to try to fix it any way I can. We were friends once. I know I don't deserve to call you that after what I did. If it ever meant anything, please help me fix this.
I helped you once in the name of friendship. Look at how that turned out.
And I betrayed you. And Lily. I'm sorry. So sorry. Please, I'm begging you. Won't you help me try and do one thing right in my life?
Jowen has good intentions, but a blood mage. I find it difficult to trust his words.
He's your friend. You know him best.
Give me a chance, please.
I'm sorry, Jowen, but I can't let you leave here alive.
I understand, and I accept it. Do what you have to.
I hereby execute you for your crimes.
Very well.
Damn, he's so you still love me.
Lovely.
Irving told me about how you became a Grey Warden, and that unpleasant incident that occurred prior to your departure from the Circle.
Still can't believe he was that stupid.
Stupid or desperate or just curious. He's not the first. He won't be the last. But that aside, you're a Grey Warden now, and perhaps I presume too much by saying this, but the Circle is proud of you.
I'm grateful that I could use my gift for something good.
You are a true child of the Circle. Raw power tempered with learning, wisdom, and the desire to serve others. Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Thank you, Lynn. I needed that.
And so I...
Yeah, I'm not going to be playing for too much longer. Probably about another 10 minutes or so.
you desire. So I shall. Well, all lovely. And so I shall. Well,
Owen girl.
Please, don't hurt me!
Calm down, calm down. Not gonna hurt you.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Valena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
Valena, the Smith's daughter?
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
There's a tunnel leading out in the dungeon.
But the monsters!
I've killed most of them. It's safe.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Good girl. Alright, well, I'll go and check up on them once I'm done here in the castle. But for now... I am going to... go ahead and get back in here. And save and quit. Because it's about 3:45 and that's when I said I'd stop. So I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. And I will see you all tomorrow for some more Dragon Age Origins. Until then, be safe, be healthy, wash your hands, wear a mask, get vaccinated, please. And as I said earlier, I'll see you all tomorrow. So, until then, be safe everyone, and be good people.